Hi guys, and welcome back to this journey towards excellent exam results. In these shorter revision videos, we are going to be breaking down different concepts within the GCSE Geography specification. The aim of this is to help us understand the concepts better and to give us the information and confidence we need to answer exam questions. In today's video, we are going to discuss the reasons why global energy use varies. Okay, let's get started. How and why does the global energy use vary? Now, in our paper 1 development dynamics video, we discussed the Brand report that divided the countries of the world into the global north and the global south, also known as the rich north and the poor south. Now, this here is a screenshot of that particular slide in that video, and the Brand report, is shown here by the line that goes across this way over here, and then eventually picks up Australia down here, and the countries that are to the north of the line are in the global north, so they are the HICs, or the richer countries, and then the ones that are in the southern hemisphere and south of this line mostly are the ones that are considered to be in the global south and to be the poorer countries. Now, as you can see on this other map here, that energy consumption follows a similar pattern. You can actually see that the countries that consume the most energy are in the global north here. So the key here shows us that the darker colors of brown are where most of the energy is being used, and we can see obviously that is mostly in the global north, and then the global south does not have as much energy consumption as these other countries. Now we are going to look at three categories of countries here and talk about them briefly. And the first one is HIC, so the richer countries. And the USA is the largest consumer of energy in the world. And in 2022, they consumed 16% of the world's energy total. Now, that's quite significant considering that it's only one country. With 4.2%, 0.26% of the world's population. Well, that's their population, and they consumed 16% of the world's energy. So you can see that they are consuming a lot of energy. Their high energy consumption is mostly attributed to the use of white goods. And this is the same in a lot of HICs. So white goods, examples of white goods include obviously the refrigerator in the house. They include dishwasher, washing machine, tumble dryer, and so on. So those are white goods, and those ones obviously consume quite a bit of energy. You also have electronics in modern households, and in HICs you've got a lot of electronics. So there's very high energy consumption in HICs, and that's why that map there looks the way it does. Then we have MICs. Now MICs, their energy consumption in places like India and China is actually rising. So we had mentioned global shift earlier, and as global shift takes place and industrialization takes place in countries like India and China, they will need the demand for energy for industry keeps going up. And then because they are getting wealthier from the sale of these goods that they are manufacturing, they have an expanding middle class as well. Now that middle class is getting richer as well, and a lot of them now are in a position where they are buying white goods as well en masse, and also having one or two cars on the road and so on. And that obviously has led to things like open cast mining to be able to get the electricity that they need for their industries, as well as hydroelectric power stations being set up in places like China and India. And then we have the last category here, and those are LICs. Now, as we said in challenges of an urbanizing world in paper 1, just over 50% of the population in most LICs like Malawi is rural. So this means that most of these people work in the primary sector, and the rural areas are quite remote. and they lack access to electricity in their homes. Now, a lot of rural communities in LICs use firewood for fuel. So they are referred to as being energy poor. And this is why we have very low energy consumption, as you can see on this map, in a lot of countries in Africa, for example. That's because most of their communities are rural and they're in very remote areas where they do not even have access to electricity. So they are using very rudimentary forms of, of energy, such as firewood. That brings us to the end of this video on the reasons why global energy use varies. I hope that you have found the information insightful and useful. I have also done a video covering the whole of topic 9 on consuming energy resources. It will pop up as one of the suggested videos at the end of this one and can also be found in the consuming energy resources playlist. Videos on all the other subtopics within this topic are also in that playlist. Thanks once again for joining in this journey towards excellent exam results. All the best and see you again soon. Bye-bye.